On 2nd and 3, Cunningham throw complete. Williams driven out of bounds over there by J.B. Brown, the second-year man out of Maryland, who had such a tough time with Art Monk a week ago.
J.B. was very disappointed. Went to school at Maryland. You know, he was drafted in the last round, the 12th round back in '89, but has played so well coming out this year. And I really believe that the guy on the other side's given him a lot of confidence. Tim McKyer. We'll give you a few of his little pieces of information as we go.
Brown is the lowest round pick to start for Miami since 1970, when the draft was 17 rounds. Sherman working on that Dolphin middle. John Offerdahl again on the tackle. Nice block by Ron Heller that time. That's the end of the first period of play from Joe Robbie Stadium in Miami. So far, it's all Dolphins. They're up 10-0 after one quarter. Really, Miami afraid they might be pushed around a little bit tonight. It hasn't happened so far.
And, you know, I think they have to look at last week's ball game as one of those exceptions, not the rule for the Dolphins. They're a tough ball club. They've played some tough teams. They wanted to reestablish the fact that they are a good defensive team. And listen, when you put the pressure on Dan Marino to throw the football, he's got the numbers to back it up and think that pretty good things are going to happen.
We haven't seen the big play from Randall Cunningham yet, but we will.
Oh, yeah, there's no question. You're going to see at least one, maybe two. When Randall starts to run around, everybody holds their breath.
Second and 5 for Philadelphia. The ball spotted just inside the Dolphin 10-yard line. Byers hit in the backfield and wrapped up. John Offerdahl with a huge play. Missed him, got him back, and you saw the leg out there. If he got away the second time, he'd have tripped it.
Yeah, you can't. He'll catch him with his hand going to the left, his foot going to the right. Underneath trap play. There you see the guard pull. Got a little bit of lead, but look at Offerdahl fill right inside. You can't outrun him. Does a great job of pursuing. Now, there's the left holding on to him. So, wait a second, hold it. You can't go back that way either, Keith.
Byers has only carried the ball 26 times this year. Offerdahl going to his 5th Pro Bowl this season. You can believe that. 3rd and 12. Cunningham takes off. Down to the 4-yard line. He is very close to the first down. It depends on the spot. Lifford Hobley was the first man that got to him. That's where he is the most dangerous, and he got the first down.
He's a defensive player's nightmare. I mean, here's a guy, 3rd down and a ton. Watch this. He goes back. Up. He's got run in his mind. He never even thought about throwing the football. But watch this. Just when he knows what he has to get, he puts the ball, covers it with 2 hands, and leans in to get the first down. Reggie White told him yesterday when we were sitting in a meeting, he said, hey, don't you go doing that. You're messing with my money.
It's funny, he's a multimillionaire now, but Buddy Ryan says whatever we pay him, it's not enough. Got maybe a yard. The Dolphins, led by Hugh Green, number 55, collapse on the running play.
You know, you may try anything you want down here, but you got to get the ball in the hands of Randall Cunningham. There he is, 3 for 5. Had the one INT. Marino's got the touchdown. I mean, as we talked about, it's going to be Dan Marino throwing the football if the Dolphins have a chance to win.
2nd and goal from the 3. Eagles have done a good job in this situation all year long. Byers and Sherman in the backfield. Cunningham to Byers. Almost intercepted, but it's a touchdown. Tim McKyer thought he had the ball, and it went right by him.
It went right into his chest. What happens is Byers sticks one hand out. McKyer's ready. He's going 95. He's already got the car won for MVP if they had one. Watch this. Randall Cunningham totally misreads this defense. Look at that. One hand. Now McKyer, look at. He's going to catch it. He still doesn't know he doesn't have it. Now he can't believe it. Great hands of Keith Byers. This is a misread defense and an exceptional play.
Roger Ruzek on for the point after. And it's 10-7. McKyer shaking his head and fired. Board with 12:45 remaining in the first half of play, and they're set to kick off to the Dolphins. Tim McKyer still thinks he has a 95-yard interception return. And I don't blame him. I thought he did too. Stratford can't field it on the hop. Will down in the end zone. And Miami will start from the 20.
I mean, take a look at this play. The Dolphins are set up perfectly. They got a double coverage. McKyer's going to give ground and settle right there. Byers is going to run right to him. Cunningham absolutely misreads this defense. He thinks McKyer's gone. Look at that. One hand. And you know something? Never touched McKyer. Unbelievable. Take a look at this thing. You're going to see him. His eyes are closed. He's got the ball. Where did it go? Never, ever made contact.
Like a magician. Smith and Limbrick are the backs. They split behind Marino. Marino unloads, completes it to Duper, and he's knocked down by Eric Allen. Hope you'll be with us next Saturday. It's a special edition of NFL Game Day at 11:30 Eastern. Then on Sunday, we'll be back to our regular schedule. Game Day at noon Eastern. Chris, Tom, Pete, Fred, Joe, everybody. 7 o'clock, they're back with a complete wrap-up of all the action on prime time. Then at 8 o'clock, Joe and I will be in the Motor City to check out the NFC Central champion Chicago Bears as they face the Detroit Lions. That first game, the Lions had them beaten, had a chance to kick a field goal in overtime, and let the Chicago Bears get away. Second and 5. They keep it on the ground with Sammy Smith. It'll be 3rd and 5. He got racked up. Andre Waters nailed him as he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Everybody said, what makes it so difficult to run against that Philadelphia defense? They play with 8 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, and there's just no place to go. Look at the right side. You got 5 guys on the right side, got everybody blocked, but here comes the safety. There's the safety filling. That's the factor that you can't account for.
3rd down, call it 4 for the Dolphins. Four-man rush. Marino had Duper fall down, threw it high and off the hand of Eric Allen out of bounds. Duper lost his footing on the natural grass surface and went down.
You got to make plays. We saw James Pruitt drop what might have been a touchdown pass early. Now Pruitt does a good job against Allen, makes a nice turn away, but just does slip and slide.
Reggie Roby is on to kick, and a new punt returner for the Eagles this week, Rod Harris. Out of Texas A&M, waved by the Cowboys. High snap. Line drive kick by Roby. Harris from the 36. And got back to the 48-yard line. That will please Buddy Ryan to no end. A 12-yard return after a punt of 38. Jim Jensen made the tackle. Miami by 3 over Philadelphia. No love lost between the coaches in a preseason game this year. Buddy Ryan stopped the clock with 1 second left to kick a meaningless field goal. At least it was meaningless to the Miami Dolphins. Don Shula said, we'll remember that. And a lot of the players had some nasty things to say about it. Buddy could care less, however.
Yeah, and take a look at that graphic. Has more victories than 14 franchises in his league.
He's been amazing. Sherman bowls his way to the Dolphins' 47-yard line. Jeff Cross makes the tackle for the Dolphins. Shula's just been a marvel, of course, chasing George Halas. Now 31 victories behind him, of course, ahead of Landry Lambeau and Chuck Noll in 5th, who got number 200 today. Don just as intense as ever. Cutting in to throw on 2nd and 4. Here comes Cross. Unloads. Double coverage. Incomplete. Intended for Calvin Williams. And Cunningham overthrows. One of the interesting things about the Eagles, Joe, they're wide receivers. 2 rookies, and Buddy Ryan loves them.
Well, they got all the speed in the world. That's the one thing you have to have in this game. Now, here's just a great job by Jeff Cross on Ron Heller. Just putting a lot of pressure. All he wants to do is let Randall know that he's nearby. Just let him know that he is getting some pressure on him, that he is in the area.
Cross was the AFC co-defensive player of the month for October with his teammate John Offerdahl. 3rd and 4. Blitz. Cunningham unloads to Sherman. 1st down and more. Hugh Green can't bring him down. Then he's banged out of bounds by Lewis Oliver. Gain of 20.
Randall Cunningham is totally unflappable on the field. As a matter of fact, 3rd and 4 is one of his perfect down and distances. This is where he puts so much pressure on a defense. You have to rush with a little caution because you don't know if he's going to take off. And if you're not aggressive, he can slide a back out like he did with Sherman out of the backfield to make the big play.
Oliver, number 25, and Williams, 26, the safeties for the Miami Dolphins, really solidified the secondary. That for so long was a terrible weak point in the Miami defense. And Cunningham is going to use the timeout with 9:45 to go in the half to talk it over with the coaches on the sideline. We have a timeout in Miami. The Dolphins lead the Eagles 10-7.
Ryan on the left, Rich Kotite on the right, and Jim McMahon observing from down low in the middle. Rich Kotite has added a new wrinkle. Plenty of new wrinkles in this Eagle offense. Really excited.
1st and 10. Byers will get a rare carry down to the 25-yard line. From Miami, the Budweiser storyline, Miami outrushing or being outrushed by Philadelphia 78-12. Marino already with 104 yards. The Dolphins scored on a 37-yard pass play. And Sherman, 86 total yards in this game so far. He's run well and caught the ball. 67 of those yards coming on the ground. 2nd and 8. Play action. Cunningham in trouble, got away. Floats it for the end zone, trying for Williams. He's out of bounds. Covered by McIntyre.
You know what's so scary about him is he believes that he can throw the ball up now to Barnett and Williams, and they are going to come down with it. This is not a good decision by Randall Cunningham. Does an excellent job of scrambling around, but he just hangs this thing up. And you know something? He's got every reason to believe these guys will come down with it because most of the time they do.
Williams,
literally,
great leaping ability.
Just literally strong arms this thing.
3rd and 8 now. Three-man rush. Cunningham dumps it off to Heath Sherman. Hugh Green takes him out of bounds. That will be well shy of the 1st down. The field goal will be in the 40-yard range to tie it up.
You know, when you talk to the Dolphin players, I talked to Hugh Green, E.J. Jr., different players on the Dolphin defense. What you wind up with is the guy saying the big difference for us is confidence, and we've gotten some players. That's been the difference in their defense this year.
Ruzek, who's made 16 out of 20 this year, will try from 39 yards out. Jeff Siegels is his holder. Line drive, and he didn't get it. So the Dolphins maintain their lead, 8:25 to go in the half. Tied this game up, and there was a good reason he missed it, Joe.
Well, what happens is on turf, his foot would slide, but watch the divot he takes. Look at that. Obviously hits the dirt before he gets his foot into the ball, and he gets a low-line spiral out. Good job of spinning. Now watch where his foot hits. See it? It hit a good 8-10 inches behind the ball. You're just not going to get the ball in the air hitting that far behind.
What a great shot. From the 21, Marino to throw. And throws incomplete, intended for Martin out around the 40. Ben Smith again on the coverage. Smile on Marino's face.
He sees those Eagle guys go flying by. He can't help but smile. They didn't hit him. That time Jerome Brown putting pressure on him. The thing that is affected Dan Marino is when he has to slide in the pocket and change his delivery.